Borders are more than just lines on a map. They are the invisible threads that weave the fabric of our world, defining nations, cultures, and histories. These lines, often drawn with precision and care, sometimes tell stories that are stranger than fiction. They tell stories of history, conflict, and even cooperation. Borders have been the cause of wars, the reason for peace treaties, and the subject of countless negotiations. They are living entities that evolve with time, reflecting the ever-changing dynamics of human societies. Here are some of the world's most fascinating border stories. Each one is a testament to the complexity and intrigue that borders can bring to our world. Did you know that until 2015, India and Bangladesh had the world's most complicated border? This border was not just a simple line, but a labyrinth of enclaves and exclaves that puzzled even the most seasoned geographers. India and Bangladesh had the world's most complicated border. Over 160 enclaves, tiny pieces of land belonging to one country but surrounded by the other, created a maze of confusion. These enclaves were like islands of sovereignty, each with its own set of rules and governance. Over 160 enclaves, tiny pieces of land belonging to one country but surrounded by the other, created a maze of confusion. Imagine living in a place where your neighbor's house is in a different country and you need a visa to visit them. This bizarre situation was finally resolved in 2015 when India and Bangladesh agreed to exchange these enclaves, simplifying the border and the lives of the people living there. Imagine your house in India, but your backyard in Bangladesh. This was a reality for many people living along this convoluted border. The exchange of enclaves brought relief and a sense of normalcy to their lives. In Baal, a small town divided between Belgium and the Netherlands, borders zigzag through streets, houses and cafes. This town is a living example of how borders can be both a source of division and a unique cultural blend. Borders zigzag through streets, houses and cafes. Some buildings literally have two addresses, one in each country. Imagine having breakfast in Belgium and dinner in the Netherlands without ever leaving your home. This quirky border arrangement has made Bala a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors who are fascinated by its unique geography. Some buildings literally have two addresses, one in each country. This means that residents can choose which country's services they want to use, from postal services to healthcare. It's a fascinating example of how borders can be both a challenge and an opportunity. Meanwhile, Egypt and Sudan have a unique border quirk. Both want the Halaib Triangle, but neither claims Bir Tawil, a strip of desert. This unclaimed land is a geopolitical oddity, a no-man's land that neither country wants to govern. Both want the Halaib Triangle, but neither claims Bir Tawil, a strip of desert. Bir Tawil is one of the world's few unclaimed territories. This 2,060 square kilometer area is a barren desert, but it has attracted adventurers and self-proclaimed kings who have tried to claim it as their own micronation. It's one of the world's few unclaimed territories. The existence of Bir Tawil highlights the complexities and sometimes absurdities of border politics. While most countries fight over land, here's a piece of earth that no one wants. Now, let's visit Minnesota's northwest angle. Due to an 18th century map error, this part of the US is surrounded by Canada and can only be reached by driving through Canadian territory. This geographical anomaly has created a unique community that is both American and Canadian in spirit. Due to an 18th century map error, this part of the US is surrounded by Canada and can only be reached by driving through Canadian territory. The northwest angle is a remote and beautiful area known for its pristine lakes and forests. It's a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts, but its unique location means that residents have to cross an international border just to go to the nearest grocery store. The Korean demilitarized zone is a tense border between North and South Korea, but ironically, it's also a safe haven for wildlife because humans rarely enter. This heavily fortified border is one of the most dangerous places on Earth for humans, but for animals, it's a sanctuary. But ironically, it's also a safe haven for wildlife because humans rarely enter. The DMZ has become an unintended nature reserve, home to endangered species like the Amur leopard and the Korean red-crowned crane. It's a poignant reminder of how nature can thrive in the absence of human interference. Spain and Morocco's border crosses continents. Spain controls Ceuta and Melilla on Africa's coast. tiny enclaves surrounded by Moroccan territory. These enclaves are remnants of Spain's colonial past and are a source of tension between the two countries. Spain controls Ceuta and Melilla on Africa's coast, tiny enclaves surrounded by Moroccan territory. These cities are fortified and heavily guarded as they are gateways for migrants trying to enter Europe. The border here is a stark contrast between the developed world and the developing world, highlighting the disparities and challenges of global migration. Finally, Vatican City, the smallest country in the world, is completely surrounded by Rome, Italy. This tiny city-state is the spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church, and its influence extends far beyond its borders. It's completely surrounded by Rome, Italy. Its border is a short 3.4 kilometers, but its cultural influence is massive. Vatican City is a treasure trove of art, history and spirituality, attracting millions of visitors each year who come to see its magnificent basilicas, museums and the Pope himself. Its border is a short 3.4 kilometers, but its cultural influence is massive. Despite its small size, Vatican City plays a significant role in global affairs. From diplomacy to humanitarian efforts, it's a powerful reminder that size doesn't always determine influence. Borders might separate us, but they also connect us through stories of history, culture, and geography. They are the lines that define our world, but they are also the bridges that connect us to our shared human experience. Which of these amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. Borders are more than just lines, they are the stories of our world. Share your thoughts and let's continue exploring the fascinating world of borders together.